Rue was hitting her up in the back chat and was saying, "No,
Fucking right.
don't talk about celeb."
Or y'all, if you
I was like, "Wait, what's going on?" Let's just start counting down.
when I
Just springing shit on you.
it muted everybody, so we are live now.
Okay, so we live or we not live? We
We
live.
live.
Oh,
We
okay.
live.
But you see how she got on. You see how she got puffy about she want to put everybody on trial, and then that shit calmed down when the Celeste talk came out or whoever else was in there. But I'm like, no, keep that same energy. So I said, no, bring them all the charges, so all the real shit can come out. And I bet you he was hyping her in the back chat talking about, no, don't implement that, don't implement that. Because what's funny is on all that shit he played, he never talked about Celeste laughing. He never talked about Mahogany laughing. He never talked about Celeste talking about she got half on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a sack. None of that. None of that shit came out. You know what I'm saying? So his case is weak. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to try it in the public eye. It reminds me of old boy from Houston, Texas, when all those
Mm.
females are making floss canes, but then hide their hand or whatever. He's
Yeah,
trying to try. Yeah, he's
he
trying to
trying to
try
do
it in the
that
public eye.
Deshaun Watson trick. Yeah, I understand what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
It's
So
all
you
good.
know,
I mean,
yeah.
did you hear me on the panel when I asked her? I told her to. I gave her a moment to read what Rue was typing in the back chat to her. I told her, calm down, read what Rue is coaching you to say.
Right, right.
And she didn't even hear me, but that was the point. Like, it was clear because he kept on breaking it. And I was saying to myself, this chick never stops to talk like
Right.
this. No, it was
Oh
like it
no,
was rehearsed.
of course.
But nevertheless, it's the shit. Hence the reason why we're calling this the shit show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Um, it's just what it is. All this is bullshit. I believe that my position stands firm where if I apologize for even putting myself out there like that. I know that on Thanksgiving night, obviously I was inebriated, but nevertheless, I was coherent and good. I knew what I was saying. But I turned into quasi Rex, if you want to connect the dots, you know what I'm saying, to another person that is known for drinking and talking loosely. So that was on me. And hell, I apologized multiple times. So yeah, I've done what I felt was appropriate after the fact. But it's not Sunday, so I'm not gonna speak further on it because it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, like at the end of the day, if he bring it to court, it's funny how he didn't want to court, but now he won't court, and then how he tried to talk Reg out of doing court and doing his court show. It's like everything else. The shit involved. It evolved, just like yeah, the first court was about Reg and people he didn't get along with, but then the shit evolved, and you know, people are so dumb or trying so hard to get out of something that you forget. Yeah, you brung up charges on your charges. You and Celeste charges is the reason why Reg even did the court and put them in hell. But you couldn't defend yourself because you was the bailiff or you was the warden of the of hell or whatever. So
Listen,
you didn't go
the
in with that attitude. So why go ahead?
all the energy shifted when she said, and I quote, "I want to charge all of them."
Right.
because that was not on script. That's when he
Right.
was like, wait, what? No, that wasn't part of what I read. Bitch, go to the back chat and read. But you
Right.
know, she did not read this. I understood. I understood. Whenever you have a witness, somebody, it's like your client is just like blabbering, and it's like, damn, stick to the script. But I know it's quite all right, because then in your mind you was like, damn, now I gotta go against a person who I conjured up this bullshit with. It's perfect. I sat back and I was just like, listen, it's okay. But I see a common link between these two individuals. Never mind. It's on Sunday. It's on Sunday. It's on Sunday. It's on Sunday. It's on Sunday.
But he's impulsive and it's starting to show. He's working on emotion. And I don't
Emotion.
like, yes.
You mean like the emotion of seeing something a person puts on screen in a chat, and then for him to lose it? You mean that kind of emotion?
And how see he put in his chat, he retracted. God, this internet.
High value internet.
It's not mine.
I'm not saying it's yours, but I'm just saying high value internet.
But yeah, and then he keeps trying to. And the funny part is he's trying to swing the narrative to somebody else. So it's like, okay, well, I know I'm gonna lose on this one, but let me go and bring somebody down with me. But it's like the difference is that you're a content creator and you be in here on all these spaces. You know, areas you not or not as yet, or at least not out there just yet as being a content creator. And then I'm gonna put it to you like this: what you did on that panel, and I'm not, am I gonna condone it and say it was right? No, but at the end of the day, um, a lot of guys around content creators have that same type of whatever. We could just say name one on the top just from the other night. Bullis Gotti talk that same way to all the females who you ride with, who you kick it with, and you don't check him. You ain't brung him up for charges. You know what I'm saying? He done talked about all type of shit. You got another dude talking about fucking somebody dead mothers and shit and grandmothers and all that. So stop acting like that's never happened. And then what killed me, she was like, "Oh, I've never heard any man speak to a woman like that." But you know, I guess you don't be on YouTube. You be more on OnlyFans, so you don't get to see all the content that's going on here. That's like that. You know what I'm saying? So the shit is crazy.
I'm still wanting to know what restitution is. Restitution. It's just a word, but if you're going to use it, you need to understand how it applies in a situation.
And then I mean, because I don't want to put too much out on Sunday, but I mean, you know, just for the court, like at the end of the day, I don't really have no ill will towards the dude. The dude just talks shit, and you could and everybody talks shit on YouTube. But you're not really talking about putting up. You talking about fighting, and if you see somebody and all that, okay, cool. But you know, let's be honest. You said it yourself. You really don't leave Houston. You don't really leave your house, and then when you do, you driving at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning while most people are sleeping, getting ready for work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said to himself. So you ain't really out here moving like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but the thing is that to me, he reminds me of all women on here treat him like Roger from Sister Sister. That's how they treat him. That's how he end up becoming a little brother or a little cousin or little nephew or little this. Right? You right. Like they say, you the stupid little nigga, the stupid little cousin that come around and everybody be like, oh, that's just, you know, how he is. Don't mind him. He used to wear a helmet. You know what I'm saying? And rode the big yellow bus to school. You know what I'm saying? He had special ed classes. That's how he come off. So that's how he play into these women. That's why they look at it like, oh, that's just rude being rude. But then you want to put those same charges on somebody else. Or when somebody else do it, you know, that you don't like, you ain't laughing it off. But it's the same conversation. Just
Okay.
different people doing it.
I brought up something on Trinity's channel. And no, I'm sorry, it was on Red's channel. The idea that he can get away with coming at Jessica X so ruthlessly, and now Dwayne for his accent. Yet Rude never turned on his camera either. You're trying to expose people, yet you've never done and shown that vulnerability yourself.
Well, yeah, and I mean that's what a lot of I mean that's what a lot of people. My thing is like it's just funny that you sit at home behind an avatar, you know, um, and then and this is not just for him. This is for everybody who really have it. And I get it. You ain't got to put your face picture up here. You ain't got to put a picture of you. You ain't got to go live. You got to put your videos up, but nothing. You have to show anything about your life. But it's just funny, and it's just funny that you talk about people.
That's what
You're
no,
clowning, you're begging, all that. How you gonna do all that and you ain't showed who you are? You know what
you're
I'm saying?
absolutely right.
So
You
that
don't
that's the
have to
that's the
be that
crazy
way.
part.
You're right. You don't have to be that way. You don't have to put yourself out there like that. But your energy, the actions that you commit online, it doesn't. You have to come out there and expose yourself if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I know privacy is sacred. But on the back end, you can't be the YouTube version of Dateline, trying to be the person cracking the case, this, that, and the other, and just prying into shit. And you got to get your hands dirty. You have to expose yourself. And let's be honest, for a person who threatens to come at people aggressively, you wouldn't do that shit in my face. Well, you're right. I can't do that shit in your face because I don't know what your face looked like because you never turned on a camera. Even though people have told you, turn on, be that nigga, turn on your camera so I can believe in all my heart. I can look at you in your eyes when you say what you say because that's what men do. We look at each other in our eye. It's
Well,
just
yeah, and I
simple.
mean, and like I said, it's his every right. It's Jessica X every right. It's whoever is their right to not show themselves on YouTube. But you would think that if you're gonna be that way, then how are you gonna talk about somebody and try to clown somebody's looks or this or that or what they have, what they don't have, and then for people to find it funny or amusing, you know what I'm saying, that they're doing this, it's kind of like really. So it just baffles me. And then it's like you really want to fight somebody off of what they said to another person on YouTube? Like you really he's Captain Save Women, or at least the ones that he pick and
No,
choose to save,
no.
or to me it's the ones that he attracted to that he go and save, or the ones he think he can get something out of. That's the thing. Because if my thing is if you're gonna save women, then save them all. Be that have that energy with all of them. And if you're not, then don't. Because you can't sit here and defend this woman from this woman and this woman from this man, but then you don't do that. And it's like my thing is you have all that smoke on YouTube. As much vigor that he spit it the other day about want to beat y'all ass and his hands on side and this. I'm from the hood. I'm from South Central. You got that much smoke, you show up to a nigga neighborhood or you pick a neutral site, a neutral park, and nigga, we meet up and do what we do. And last minute standing, and you go your way, I'll go my way, or however it ends. You got all that smoke, but you're not doing nothing. You ain't set
Well,
up no place, no time to meet up.
the biggest thing
You,
is the back going back on his word because of course I heard his stream about me and he said we're not jumping on any more panels. I don't have any words to say. And yet today we was in conversation mode. And that was the reason why I didn't feel like talking to him because apparently from what I was told and what I heard, he's not talking to me. It's on site. So I don't know how was that a performance to get me riled up? Or what I don't
nah,
understand
he
the logic.
nah, he just like every other basic nigga. He did it for the women.
Okay, well,
This is a
hey,
dude. This is a dude who I feel like didn't get much attention when he was younger in high school. Really ain't really accomplished nothing. And I don't get on. I'm just gonna get on him. I don't really care about nothing else. But it's just like you really ain't accomplished nothing to where you do so much attention for women, and then everybody gotta have your logic and your thinking points. Like he gets on panels like, yeah, like I know what it is. I got the perfect answer. But what? You got the perfect answer. Well, we don't know. He could be married with kids. We don't know. We don't know. But it seemed like you a single man living in an apartment by yourself.
well, I can say this. In this case, you don't have to dox us, and I mean, there ain't no point of sending her new pictures to anybody because the only thing she's gonna do is say, "Okay, you can get my new pictures off of OnlyFans for $50 a month." So in this case, you don't have to send new pictures around to anybody that you're close with. And for the record, how you doing, Rude? Because I know you're listening. Sooner or later
But
you will.
well, who doxed her? Who was gonna dox her?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that she's been doxxed. What I'm saying that it's been told on YouTube streets that you know Rude might send certain information to other people or just one person in particular. So Trinity, if you're listening to this, even though you might have beef with me forever, that's fine. Just watch yourself with the person that you're aligning yourself with.
Well, I ain't cool with the doxing. Um, what I'm saying? I don't need to know where nobody lay their head at.
Of course
You know
not,
what I'm
because
saying?
this is supposed to be
Or
YouTube,
nobody
and I know damn sure
nobody.
everybody has a family, this, that, and the other. I'm not even on that level. Never been.
Yeah,
But
all that. I don't care who your niece and nephews is, your ex, or your
yeah,
present, or whatever. It's just whatever you spill on YouTube
right. It's
that
not
we
like
can talk about.
I mean, look, you and I, we good. I promise you, you would never have your children calling me uncle.
Yeah, but that's women, and women get mad when certain men groups call them out for a lot of fuck shit they do that put themselves in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't know. I mean, unless you met people off of here, don't nobody know who nobody is. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a woman and you got your niece and nephews calling
Mhm.
some man uncle this and uncle that, like it just shows your level of character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
As a woman, and protecting your niece and nephews. But that's why I said he gives that Roger from Sister Sister vibe. You know what I'm saying? To all these women, because what he'll do is he'll find a wounded deer. This nigga a hyena. He'll find a wounded deer, and then oh, I'll protect it. But you'll protect it long enough just to go and kill it. You know what I'm saying? So you protecting it from all the other, praise just to go later on and be like, all right, yeah, now I got this to myself. Now you just easy praying, let me eat you up. Because he ended up falling out with him. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones he ended up protecting, he ended up falling out with him some way or another. I've seen them protect a woman and then the next day do a stream calling the woman out. But for a guy who's always talking about somebody who are in women's business, he's always in women's business.
exactly. I mean,
Period. Like
this
I
is
want to find, I just want to
good.
find one person that had a beef with this dude because of this dude. It ain't his talking points. It ain't this. It's always because you either attack one of theirs or you had some words with another woman and he feel like he's Captain Save a Woman. You know what I'm saying? Let me fly in for the rescue. Like the shit is ridiculous.
Look, it's a pattern, a disturbing pattern, and yet and still, it does get underneath my skin that one incident on a Thanksgiving night is going to be compared to history in a multiple number of women. that a person has done this shit to. But again, this ain't Sunday, so I can't talk about it.
Nah, for sure. But
It's all
yeah.
good. But now, yeah, I just want to tell everybody in the chat that we are going to be launching a new channel. Something that I will be honest with you, Will I Am. This all started because Will I Am. I Am. I apologize. Basically came at me and told me and challenged me to create a channel since I was griping about what I saw on YouTube one night on DANINI's panel. And he was dogged about it and he kept on me about it. And from that, I was like, out of respect on the strength of how the person I know he is, I was like, I got to do this. So we felt that also we need a strong-minded woman to give, counter argument and also give a woman's perspective on situations, from day to day and on YouTube. And, I genuinely didn't know of any strong-minded women on YouTube. And then let me stop bullshitting. Yeah, DANINI was the first person I thought about, obviously. And I Am was the person that mentioned her name first. So I said, okay, cool. Let's ask DANINI. And she said yes. So there you have it. That was the origin of this channel that we're about to launch. So I don't know if anybody wanted me to say that, but there you go. I'm already earning the reputation of being the blabbermouth of the clique. But I'm gonna shut up right now.
Yeah, no, I remember that stream. You know what I'm saying? It basically was just like, like everybody on here got opinions, and everybody got some good opinions for however it fits them, their lifestyle, and what they're going on. And I think that I kind of agree with what's the guy RBR about being on one accord. And I don't know about linking, his whole plan, linking all the channels together, but I do think that being on one accord because in this sector, whether it's the black sector or urban sector, whatever it is, at the end of the day, we all link to each other. Like you gonna be in
Exactly.
somebody's chat, whether you type it in there because you cool with the people or you watch it for the clouds. People are all over. You know what I'm saying? It's like you saying they ain't with the fuck shit, but they keep coming around. Red channel. Nothing against the brother, but you watch the shit. You know what I'm saying? So basically, my whole thing is that instead of us attacking the content creators or even whatever, or instead of being attacked and all that, like just go at the conversation, at the content. You know what I'm saying? If you want to attack and dissect their talking points and what they had, but you ain't got to go to, oh, well, I don't like that black woman. Her hair is short. She wear a bunch of makeup. Like that's not. But what did she say? Did she say hold water? Did she say make sense? Or what I'm saying? Are you getting offended as a man by what when a woman say, "Oh, black man ain't built nothing"? Well, if you know you're a black man and you're building or you're doing something in your community, why are you getting mad about that? And if you do get mad because you ain't building nothing or you see her building nothing, why are you attacking how she look and all that instead of attacking the talking points and explaining how you're building? So my whole thing was, let's not just attack the person that's saying the content, but let's attack if you're going to attack, attack their content with your content of itself. And I think it'll make YouTube better. And it won't be all this fighting and arguing because some of this shit is just, it's like, damn, again and again. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have real conversations, like it should have been a lot more conversations about, the court case, in my opinion, about the court case, the killing, the little girl got shot by the police. Could that have been, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Could that have not happened? Could
Right,
it
of
have been
course.
stopped? You know what I'm saying? Before it even got that far? Because when I watched a little clip of it, it was a bunch of people around even before the police got there. Like, y'all letting this girl fight, and then she was defending herself and she got a knife, but the cop don't necessarily know that. So, I personally wish I wish he would have grabbed his taser and said taser, taser, and really shot her with a taser instead of shooting her dead and shooting her what 3 or 4 times. It's a 16-year-old girl. You know, um, So having more conversations, about that instead of,
The
who
fuckery.
live, yeah, who live in a shack or who live with their mama or,
Right.
who live in the hood, who on Section 8, who get the county. Like, who gives a fuck?
You're
You know
absolutely
what I'm
right.
saying?
You're
So,
absolutely right. And the thing is nobody is saying that fuckery should be banned because I mean I would be disingenuous by saying I don't I'm not in it or I don't enjoy it, but there has to be a healthy balance. We need to move conversations along because after a while it's looked at as stale talking points of men, black men down in black women, and then that fosters hate for black men, you know what I'm saying, and resentment from black women, and our community is suffering because I think that YouTube has become a microcosm of our society. So at the end of the day, you need to have more platforms that are productive and advancing our community with the fuck shit.
well, but see, that's what I'm saying. I think we got to get out of the fuck shit because the fuck shit ain't helping us. Like, I know it's entertainment, but the entertainment is not bringing us, to greatness. It's not bringing a race to greatness. And this is YouTube. This platform is big.
True.
It's big where you could touch people. Like I said, I've said it in previous streams, like it, it wasn't like that in the past. I couldn't talk to somebody in Louisiana. I couldn't argue with a nigga in Houston, Texas, unless you got on the party line. I don't even know if the party line was out of
Ha.
state. I don't even know if it was just your own state or city or whatever. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So
Okay.
you couldn't have that conversation and kind of see what's going on and things like that unless you travel to these places and you met them because you went there. But I'm talking about just having a conversation, pick up the phone and bam, I'm in a conversation with somebody that's in New York or somebody that's in Nebraska or whatever. So you have these conversations to really build and help uplift us. Like all we see is fuck shit on TV. Come on now, all the real lives of housewives, all the basketball wives, all this, all that. If it ain't fuck shit, then it's what's the shit with
I'll be.
yeah.
You know what I
Oh, go
sat
ahead.
back and thought? I thought that when I looked at YouTube one day, I was saying to myself, "Damn, this is Jerry Springer. This is Murray. The complete and utter fuck shit." And I had to remind myself that we've always been entertained by the fuckery, but it's something that needs to be broken. Again, you should not have 95% of your time and attention on the fuck shit. Nobody has to invest their life into, creating beefs with people that ain't affecting you. Like, how the fuck do you put all of your time and effort into creating content to drag somebody when you could have been using that time to learn about financial literacy? You know what I'm saying? Affecting gaining generational wealth. I mean, meaningful shit.
No,
So it's go
right,
ahead.
and
I'm
I
sorry.
get it. No, and then to answer Doctor, he said it's boring. Like, no, I get it. I get it. It's boring. But okay, so even we have fuck shit. I mean, fuck shit. It can probably be controlled fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe just a heated debate, or I mean, debate or a heated argument. It doesn't have to be. I'm trying to find out who the fuck you dated in high school and how she look now. I'm not trying to find out what nigga fucked you 2 days ago, or find out what school your kids go to, or what date your grandma died, or even
Right.
even where she buried at. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or oh, is the nasty panties really real? Or pictures and shit? Who got roaches? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, like I mean, if it can be a good ragging or bagging section, session, that's cool. But to go to like these levels, like to digging up somebody ex-husband working at Metro PCS, like who he got a job? Like he working? Like what does it matter? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's just a competition of who's better than who's better. And at the end of the day, you're never going to win because there's always somebody better than you
Correct.
or got more than you.
And also, I want this channel to be a place where people can have a healthy, just like you said, debate on content not even the content, about you need to be able to express your views with a person and not get to the point where you want to turn the shit nasty. You and I are prime examples of people who respectfully disagree on certain things. We've done it in the past, but we always had that level of respect. You know what I'm saying? And still always start sharp and still. So if you say something that makes me think, and I know that you're a person of integrity, I'm going to receive that information, go back, and then after that, I'm going to research it, or I might think a little bit differently about the topic. And thing is, I might change my opinion, all right, or I might strengthen my opinion even more so, regardless of the fact. It's all about bettering yourself and whatnot, and that's all debate is about. When I see these panels and people trying to throw jabs at each other, okay, it gets to a point where the content is fucking lost. The whole idea of the debate, the central idea, is lost because it's all about throwing jabs at each other. And that's what I don't like anymore. I just don't, because if you can't express yourself with a level of decency and decorum, it shows that you're not intellectually on par. Like, you're not on that level to even be having a discussion on certain subjects. So yeah, it is what it is.
Because the earth
No,
is
yeah.
still.
Who that? Oh no, and I get it, and then it always leads to oh, I'll beat your ass, motherfucker. I'll come and do this, and I'll come and do that, and then it's the next day you ain't came. I ain't see you. You ain't YouTubing that you on a plane to wherever I live to come and do something to me. So it's like why do we have to get into this macho argument over a conversation? I have my opinion, you have your opinion, and I'm gonna express mine, and we can find a common ground, or I can get you to understand what I'm coming from, then we fine. Because the biggest shit of that is this man war versus women. Like, that's the fucking problem with our race. The black race, the African American race, the melanin race, whatever, the indigenous race, whatever you fucking want to call us. It's because we always at war with each other. Now we have this war between men and women. Who's running a household? Who's not running a household? Who's the cause of the kids, to be this way? Who's not the cause of the kids to be this way? Whether the woman wanted to stay at home or not stay at home, whether she want to work and be her own boss or not be the boss. Why does it matter? It's enough black people, and we are told it's enough of us that are different that you can go out there and find your pair, that you
Correct.
can find your match. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard some shit last night about this guy who solicited this 13-year-old girl, and this the basically was going fuck her and rape her or whatever the case is. And you get shit like that when you have um insecure ass men who not secure with who they are, their body shape, what they doing in life, what they got, and so they'll go and seek a young woman because she don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't cool, because that'd have been my daughter. If I had a daughter, I would have shot this nigga. I would have asked them, two white dudes, show me where you met this dude at, because he got to be somewhere in this neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? But then you got guys, agreeing that, well, he wasn't wrong, or maybe it was made up. No, nigga, you going to go meet a 13-year-old and you 30, 20 something years old. But that's that whole narrative of when you old, you pose a date super down. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit it ain't right even when it's a 50-year-old with a 26-year-old.
That
You know what
was
I'm saying?
troubling.
But if that 26-year-old want to be with that 50-year-old man, then hey, she free to go do it. But that 13-year-old don't have no choice to go be with somebody older than 13. Fuck it.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
the idea that you want a person that young who has no life experiences tells me that you know within yourself that you are not able to handle a grown woman. You can't handle having someone who is going to build with you. You want someone to manipulate. And since you've been beaten down in your life so much, you want to take that energy out on your potential mate, i.e., a younger girl, not a woman, a girl. And it's sad. It's sickening. It's fucking pathetic. So, miss me anybody who can actually back up or defend someone who wanted to meet a 13-year-old girl. He's 30? No. I mean, I don't give a damn if it were two white guys. I don't give a damn about the race of the people who caught this person. I don't care. Wrong is wrong.
And then I heard the dude say that the two white guys did it because they racist and that's why they pointed it out. No, they're doing it because so-called black men who are tough and all this ain't going to go do it. Like, let's be honest, the two, well, from this video and then the main one, that Chris Hansen shit, these are white dudes. This is a white dude. They came with this shit. Where are the black Chris Hansons at? Where are the black dudes going out there with phone on YouTube and going and trying to find these fucking predators at? So you talk all this good game on here, but then it's like, okay, go and do something. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, instead of, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass because you talk bad about this female, okay, well, are you going around the neighborhood and finding out where all the, child molesters and pedos who are on the sex registry and fucking them up or kicking them out of your neighborhood or saying, getting a coalition together to say, hey, we don't want you in our fucking neighborhood. You got to move because they're easy to find.
Listen, I think that with this channel, I know I'm going to say a lot of things that are controversial, but they are things that I feel deep in my heart about.
Wait, hold on. Let me
Okay.
let me respond to this real quick. So from Kevin Kelly, I get it. I hear you. Like as a man, you want peace and you want this and all that. But I'm not saying you said it, but there is no way that you can say that I'm gonna find peace with a woman that's well, in my case, it'd be a that's younger than 30, but in his case, to go get a 13-year-old, you want peace? That 13-year-old ain't about to give you no peace. She just coming into herself. Nigga, you think that you gonna have more peace with a 13-year-old than a grown ass woman? I mean, come on. She's still living home with her parents. How much peace she gonna get? So I don't understand the correlating that mindset that for him having peace with a woman is I gotta go find someone that's under 18 years old and act like I'm their daddy instead of their you know what I'm saying?
I knew
Like
Kevin
I
was.
mean,
I knew Kevin was going to clarify. Yeah, he completely
no.
agrees.
That's what I said. I'm not saying that he agreed with a 13-year-old, but what I'm
Right.
saying is he said that they want to find peace. But as a man, you tell me I'm finding peace, and I damn sure know that I ain't finding peace with no 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year old.
I think that the point is everybody strives to gain that peace. The problem is if you can only find that peace with a person who is that young, that's the problem. That's the problem. Point. Period.
Yeah, and we got too many old ass scriptures and shit, and old ass sayings and old ass books and shit saying that a man's supposed to be with women that goddamn young. You know what I'm saying? I know there's some passages in the Bible, supposedly. Yeah, I know that there are some famous white and black people who married 12, 13, 14, 16-year olds. And yes, that was a different time back then. And back then, that shit shouldn't have been allowed. But a damn show shouldn't be allowed now. Like, I just want to, like, me as a 37-year-old man, I have nothing in common with a woman that's younger than 30. I don't.
Yeah. I just
You
think
you
that
haven't even and damn show no one under fucking 18 years old. What do I have in common with a 13-year-old? Nothing.
especially in this day and time, I think that back then, 1800s, whatever, this, that, and the other, that was allowed. And again, not I don't have that command or that knowledge, but what I do know is this: in this day and time, it's not acceptable, not by these social norms, not at all. It's not acceptable. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just what it is, in my opinion. But what I was about to say was this: black, as far as we doing something on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? We talk a lot. Black folks talk. White folks do. And it's a general statement, but it's a point to it. We've been talkers all our life. If you talk, how many times have you heard a black person say some wild shit like, "Well, I'm gonna blow this motherfucker up, this, that, and the other." A black person has never blown up in a day in his life. But white people don't talk. Those bombers, they don't talk. They do. You know what I'm saying? It's that's just in us. We talk a lot. But when it come down to putting your feet on the ground, unfortunately, we don't. We have a history of not doing that.
Right. And let me say this, um, to Aaron 1500. I don't know which way he's going with this, but when they say that girls mature faster, they damn sure ain't saying that a 14-year-old is more mature than a 25-year-old man. You know,
Facts.
they damn sure ain't saying that a 14-year-old is more mature than an 18-year-old man, a 19-year-old man, and damn sure not no 40 and 50-year-old man. I don't give a fuck how mature she is. She could have graduated from Harvard, Yale, and Princeton at 16. She still ain't more mature than somebody that's 21, hell, that's 18 and above. Like I get it, and to me, I think what they say about women are more mature is because when they're young, they're taught things that will help you as an adult. Like they taught how to cook and clean back in the days, how to wash clothes and do all that. As boys, we wasn't taught that. We was probably taught to go outside and cut the grass, take the trash out. But I think when you was young as a boy, you wasn't really taught those life skills until you got older, especially if you didn't come from a two-parent household. So that's why I think that maybe they say like they mature fast because they
Mm-hmm.
have to in a sense, or don't say have to, but they're being prepared to do those things to be a wife for a husband. It ain't to be 14 and date somebody 30. Like what the fuck? Ain't that much maturity going on?
Right. I understand that. All I know is that it's troubling. The stuff I heard in defense of that kind of stuff last night. That whole discussion on GMT was eye opening because I didn't realize how prevalent that kind of behavior, that kind of mindset was. Like I didn't understand how the level of it on YouTube, but hey, it was an eye opening experience for me.
Well, you know what? I think a lot of it, a lot of those fools are blind with this whole that women are who they are today. You feel what I'm saying? And my thing is like I have the pick to pick what kind of woman I want, or to go after. I can go after a woman that's a boss, about her business and doing all this and doing all that. Or I got the pick to go after a woman who just want to be at home, maybe have two more few kids and take my credit card and buy what the fuck she want for the family and the household and for herself. You have your pick of what, or you can be one of the people who want to live in an RV and live on the beach and put a fucking a crab net out there and live off the fucking ocean and land. You got the pick to be whatever you want to be now. So why are we arguing about women who want to be this, women who want to be where this whole all pick me and not pick me? Like a lot of that shit's confusing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, do you want a woman to come home to? Now you get to pick. It's like it's a game where you can create your character. The world you can create your character however you want her to be and go out there and find that. But you ain't got to bash all the ones that ain't,
I think
and
that
vice versa with women.
okay.
You can pick your ideal man and wait for his ass forever until you die. He might be the goddamn doctor that finally say, look, she ain't gonna make it. You might be like, damn, that's the one, and you dead. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? So to be fighting over, but I think some of these dudes are so clouded with not understanding that the girl that's fucking 13 is a grown ass man, but they steady arguing the fact that, oh, well, it's a woman. Because I mean, I know the dude kind of slow, but then Jalen mentioned, I don't even want to say the right name, but Because one person mentioned that, what about, women and the boys? Okay, we'll have that conversation on your channel. Have your conversation about older women, about younger men. But right now we having a topic about old ass men fucking around with little girls.
Right, and I think that was a
Period.
diversionary tactic. Because that could be an issue. But time and place. One
Right, but that's
doesn't
go
mitigate
ahead.
the other. I mean, saying one doesn't mitigate the other. That could be a topic that could definitely be an issue, but that doesn't take away from this issue that we're talking about. And it was always all I was hearing was deflection. And it was pissing me the fuck off.
Right. So at Aaron 1500. No, yeah, you're right. Right. I was just using, what you typed in the text. But yeah, I get it. A 25-year-old, she has the freedom, the will, um, and the right to date old as she won't. If she want to date an 80-year-old, the 80-year-old make her ass happy for the next 3 years. Shit, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You right date who you want to. You know what I'm saying? But even then, if that was my daughter and she was 25, I know I can't stop her, and I know I can't make her. She a grown woman, but I would be like, don't you want to date somebody that's closer to your age, maybe a little bit more, at your speed? But if she feel like, oh, daddy, I love this 50-year-old man, what can I do about it? Either do I lose my daughter or do I accept it? You know what I'm saying? And then just have a conversation with him. Like, if you hurt my daughter, you are a grown ass man, so you're gonna get these grown ass hands. You know what I'm saying? And then that's that. That's all you can do. But would I push my daughter on to a 40, 50-year-old man? No. If my daughter was 25, I think the most I would be like, I would feel comfortable her dating is 30. And then nothing below. Don't go below, baby girl. Because that 24, 23, 22, 21, those dudes are not really ready to be handling a woman. You know what I'm saying? They still want to play the field. So, but to be 50, yeah, unless she really pushed it, I wouldn't be okay with that shit. But I'll respect that was her decision, but that's not the age gap. I think you should be at a 25-year-old woman. I think 30 is the max to me, but that's just me. Well, I guess Aries and
I'm
DANINI.
back. I'm
Oh,
back.
okay.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm just it's definitely
I'm trying not that much.
no, it's cool. I mean, I think that I'm gonna be like other YouTube black YouTube creators and blame the black woman on a panel for not doing enough and holding us back. All right, I'm gonna be like Tommy and Kevin. We need to critique the black woman. Okay, the black woman ain't contributing right now. It's okay though. Don't worry about it. I think that DANINI might make a video and roast my ass. It's okay though.
I mean, like I said, that's a war, but when you look at that war between the black man and black woman, like who's really winning? Especially if both of us talking about going and creating, babies with other races because, we can't find a good one in that race, or, the black woman don't want me or the black man don't want me and we want something else and we want to go get, artificial women like black women, meaning that they they want to get black women body parts like they Mrs. Potato Head and shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
take this on, take that off, put this on, and I'm gonna create the ultimate woman, instead of,
What are you
because
talking about? I mean,
well,
isn't Kim Kardashian the ultimate? Isn't she
I
like
don't know.
the
I
ultimate
don't know. I
woman?
don't know to who, because I live in California, so I see a lot of beautiful black Kim Kardashians every day.
Oh, okay. All
Physically
right.
fit,
All right.
slim fit, whatever, or
Okay.
thick fit, whatever
All
you
right.
want to call it. So, I don't live. in the country. So, you see that. Like women out here, the majority, I would say the majority are out here getting their workout on, especially during this COVID. I think a lot of black women in California was like, fuck that, I'm about to get myself a home gym, personal trainer, do it on TV, step aerobics or whatever, because I guess they understand, you know what I'm saying? And not just to look fit for another man, or as women say, they don't try to look good for men, they try to look good for other women. But how about just for longevity? How about just to live long so you can see your
That's
kids grow up and be something? You feel what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
plug.
So
That's the plug. It's not about, I'm saying, trying to compare yourself to other people. I think that the motivation behind always staying fit is healthy,
right,
being able to the longevity of life. That's the true. I think that's the I think that's the mindset that one has when your priorities are in order. You know, um, Trying to impress other people, either male or female, shows that there's some insecurity still there. So I mean, at the end of the day, you need. That's why when people start talking about sizes and this, that, and that, I always tell a woman, just be healthy. Because healthy could be a size 10, healthy could be a size 16, healthy could be a size 5. As long as you're healthy, that's it. So
right. To make sure that your organs are working like a well-oiled machine, like that's in whatever shape, fit, size that fits you in is cool. But I mean, and there in the black community, there are some things that happen that causes shit black men and black women to be out of shape in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But I think that shit comes from there's not a lot of love between black men and black women. Because I'm gonna tell you something, like everybody was I don't want to bring this person. Well, the whole Derek Jackson thing. And I'm gonna just take from everybody was talking about his wife, how she came
speak
on in
on
with
that.
that bonnet,
Hmm.
how she came on in with that bonnet, and she came like this, and she was a little pudgy, and all this and all that. And my thing is this: okay, so you a black man, successful, and you're in shape in the gym. You telling me that you couldn't motivate your better half? How are you going to motivate other people to be men to be better husbands and better this and women to be better this, and you can't even motivate your woman to get her body and physique together? Like she had to go get okay, she got the surgery. I'm not saying anything about the surgery. Okay, but cool. But my thing is, did he really try to help his wife get into tip top shape like he is? Or was it all about him? You know what I'm saying? And so since his wife wasn't, she became unpleasurable because you start meeting women who your wife should have been working out with you since you in the gym. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking about. Like, fuck the bonnet or a headband or whatever the fuck she had on her head. Like, nigga, why is her body and why is she in these? I just got through out there picking the greens and the relishes and shit in her garden in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like, she
Right.
should have came on there styling and profiling.
Well,
So yeah,
you know how somebody can be just a naturally pretty woman, even when they just roll out of bed or whatever. She strikes me as that. She's a naturally pretty young lady.
oh no, she's cute in the face. Well, to me, I don't know about
Yeah, I
nobody else,
mean,
but to me,
again,
yeah, she's
and
cute in the
that's yeah,
face.
and so that's the one thing that I just took away from it, and it seems like I don't know if that's her style or was she trying to make a statement that one time, but if that's her, I don't know if she had the life sucked out of her. Like she doesn't realize that she could be breaking necks just like he got women drooling. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things, and I don't know if it's a situation where her confidence was just utterly diminished. I don't know. I don't know if it was a situation where he got with her because he saw that hell, she don't know her beauty. I don't know. Because if that's the case, hell, he probably can paint this image of being Mr. Perfect and could have been a downright hoe all these years. You know what I'm saying? And because he knows that she's gonna he got her under what I'm saying, on lock. So I don't know with her, but that's the one thing that just stuck out in my mind, that even while she's quote unquote looking homely, in my opinion, that she's a natural pretty young lady.
Okay, so what do you feel as a man? Um, we gotta get our other co-host when she gets settled with her internet.
Yeah, because
So as a man, what do you feel about her sticking with her man through his trials and tribulations?
um, I think that if she loves him, then more power to her. But at a particular time, you have to also love yourself. Don't lose yourself in a situation. I think that her sticking by him means that she still sees that it's worth it. But if she looks at herself in the mirror and she has guilt or she's beating herself up about it, that might be a sign that, yeah, she's losing herself. And that's the one thing you can't do in any kind of relationship, is lose yourself, you know. So
All right, let me read this from our co-host. She said, "Women usually gives the man she loves plenty of chances because we are programmed to stick by no matter what." So,
yeah, um, I can, I guess that's a fact. Programmed. I mean, the word programmed. I guess the question is, who is programming? Is it society? Is it is it women teaching their daughters this? Is it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know when it comes down to that word program, you know. But everything else I can pretty much agree with as far as giving multiple chances. I think that as a man, if you have enough emotional intelligence, you need to understand when enough is enough, and you know, chill the fuck out. And if you don't, look, the worst thing a man can never hear from his significant other is, "I'm gonna do me." If you hear, ladies and gentlemen, men, if you hear that from your significant other, go ahead to the laundry room and drink some bleach, because the relationship is over. Because when she says that, it's, I mean, it's because women don't cheat, play catch back with multiple men. They are specific. They don't. They know where to cut at. Men, we stab, we stab this, that, and the other, those little nicks and, you know what I'm saying, paper cuts. But when a woman cuts, it's arteries. You bleeding out. As
well, I
men,
mean,
as men,
well, I've
we
learned.
can't take, we can give it, but we can't take it. Yeah, go ahead.
No, also I've learned that if a woman told you that, she either already got it, already did it, or she got somebody in sight already. You know what I'm saying? But no, don't go drink no bleach. Just go and find you somebody else because you didn't value or cherish her anyway. So you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
because I was on but no, I think when she says program, I look at the church.
Mm.
Especially in the black community, the church, always tell black women to forgive. If God can forgive, you can forgive. And then, the black man who ain't really into church but woman into church, that's when he used church against her. He cheated and well, let's go to church. Let's see what pastors say. When the pastor go, 9 out of 10 be like, well, just work on it.
Yeah, cause
Pray more and do all
yeah,
that.
because
So,
Pastor
so that
co-signed because he
programs
trying to
women.
slide in.
Yeah, yeah. So I think, that's what programs. And then, you got your songs, you know, you got your songs out there that tell you to, stay and do all that. But what I want to know is, as a man, if you found your woman cheating on you, would you stay with her? Would you try to work it out? Could she
Repeat,
persuade
please.
you to not leave?
Repeat that. That's the question that, as a man, I wait. What?
As a man, if you found out your woman was cheating on you, could she persuade you to stay? Would you stay? You know, would you be able to deal with it happening more than once when she say, "I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna do better." We went to church and the Lord put some holy water on us and He prayed over us and tied the little kilt around our hands and said we as one and God's ahead and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to stay, or are you out of there the first time?
Is the internet working?
Oh, it's working.
Okay, all right, then. Damn. All right. Fuck.
It's working.
Damn. Whew, shit. All right. I want to say that I would stay, but the nigga in me is saying fuck no. And I mean, I'm not trying to duck it. It's just that, and I know it's a double standard, but when I think part of the reason why women are programmed to stay is because it's the scarcity of men, available candidates to replace that man on the flip. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You know.
right.
Okay. Well, wait. Because I'm talking and making this point, all of a sudden, go ahead, because we ain't heard you all night. Go ahead.
I've been chatting. It's going in and out.
She been in the chat. She been working them fingers,
Mm-hmm.
them trigger fingers.
But women are going to get criticized for sleeping with multiple men if she left every man that dated her, criticize her. So they're gonna
Well,
be like, damn, damn, he put out the hoe or slut. But it's because the man that she did love or she was with betrayed her in some way. So for her to put her aside and come in hope, do it again. Besides being put out there in the gutter.
well, I'm gonna say this: this whole criticizing of women sleeping with other women, it's only if the woman's going around telling men how many people she slept around, or two, if they like somebody we see and we know and all that. But I'm gonna tell you what I think is like men criticizing women for their sexual appetite or behavior or how many men they slept with. It's like what's going on right now, or what goes on if you know anything about sports. Whenever there's like a top draft pick that can be a sleeper or whatever, a lot of teams will talk bad about that person so they can draft them.
Yeah,
So
so
my
the stock
point
can go
is,
down. Mm-hmm.
so a lot of these dudes will be talking shit about the woman and she this and this and this. So nobody else wants her, so he can come through a back door and hit her up in the back in the back check and be like, "Hey, what's up? Let me get your number. Let me take you out. Let me do this and let me do that," because they want you. Because nowadays I don't really see. I can't see how men are complaining about women numbers when we're going out here fucking these women with no commitment.
Man,
If
listen.
you fucking three or four other women, huh?
The women, it's not just the men that's doing it, it's also other women doing it too. Not just the
Well,
men.
well, well, well. That's also too. If I eliminate the competition by throwing dirt on her name, then now it makes my pool a lot bigger. You know what I'm saying? So if I know that, oh well, the men in this pool don't want women who slept with over three men, then I'm gonna point out, oh yeah, she slept with 15, or she slept with four, so that kicks her out. So now I have a more chance. So these people don't feel confident enough in themselves to go get that person that they want on their own merit. Somebody got to always have the upper hand, i.e., New England Patriots, stuff like that. So I'm
I
just saying.
don't. I don't give a damn about a woman's count because. But let me take that back.
What?
I don't have issues with it like other men have issues with it. I you can tell me whatever number it is because I just feel that I'm just gonna be better than any man you ever had. But I have obnoxious confidence in that department. Okay? So that number being thrown out, just I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Now if your number's high and you don't have the prerequisites or skills that come with that experience, that's when I'm looking at you like, who you been dealing with? That's my only issue. But the number, yeah. Matter of fact, I don't want the chick that's a virgin. No. Mm-mm.
And the number shouldn't matter as long as she's clean and healthy and she ain't got no caught no diseases or got no diseases that she can't get rid of. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if she good for you and she got the quality she want, first of all, why are you asking how many? I don't give a fuck how many niggas you slept with before me. I'm not even gonna. I don't want to know a number. Why? You damn sure don't want to know mine. But I'm just saying. I'm gonna be like, oh, how many? What does it do for you and your psyche to ask a girl you interested with how many men she went with? I mean, how many men she had sex with, and she'd be like 20. Okay, you got it. Now what? Now you processing that is 20 niggas that done fucked her? Okay, so let's say that she's 30 and she been fucking since 20. So that's 2 men a year. 1 man every 6 months. It's not a
Yeah,
bad number.
it's
Breaking it out like
hilarious.
that. Huh?
It's hilarious because I hear so many times about folks not liking math, but when it comes down to this subject, they become fucking accountants. They become
Right.
mathematicians. They do quick math very, very quickly. That like bam, 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 bam. But no, yeah, I get your logic. I mean, but some men
I'm
break
just
that shit deep down. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that men can give it, but they can't handle it. It always goes back to that concept. It's always going to be a double standard. We can dish it, but we can't take it.
okay. Let me respond to this. Aaron 1500. So what y'all saying is your account doesn't say anything about you. So Aaron, I don't know you. I don't know who you are or whatever you're doing. I don't even know how old you are. Okay, but I want to know.
um,
You telling me the amount of women you slept with, and I don't even know if you're a man or a woman because Aaron. I mean, maybe that's the way it's
Aaron is
spelled.
a
It's
man.
Aaron.
Aaron, yeah, yeah. Go,
Okay,
go,
okay. The way
go,
it's spelled,
go.
yeah, that Aaron is a man.
Yeah,
So you telling me the amount of women that you knocked down um did something to your character? You know what I'm saying? It shaped your character. It made you who you are. Okay, my bad, bro. Okay, so I'm saying,
he official.
so the
He's solid. Go ahead.
yeah, so the amount of women that you knocked down, I mean, did that shape your character? So a woman be like, oh, Aaron, you slept with 5 women. I don't want to be able to sleep with 5 women. I don't want you. You think that should put you off the game, whether it's 10 or 15 or 20? That shit don't shape who a woman is. You know what I'm saying? If anything, what you should. This is my thing. Now, let's just say I did know this woman. I did know her body count. I didn't ask, but for some reason she told me. Okay, let's say I'm with a girl. She said her body count is 25. You know what I am going to expect though? I am going to expect some bomb ass sex. I shouldn't expect no lazy ass sex.
Thank
I should be
you.
expecting that you with it. You know what I'm saying? You got the experience. We
Thank
can
you.
do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't too much off limits. It ain't no, here, let me
Thank
just turn to
you.
the side and you get it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to
That
throw
basic.
that shit at me. You
That
know what I'm
I don't
saying?
want that
Yeah.
basic. I don't want that basic. My thing is, if you are a veteran, give me veteran performance. That's just all I mean, because all these dudes trying to, I mean, and again, I have friends that, differ from me in opinion. And that's what I like. I like people who can challenge me on certain things. I, I mean, it's hypocritical for me to be like, damn, you's a hoe. And I'm not a. I'm not. I'm not perfect. You know. So. Mm-mm.
Well, I would just say this to Aaron. Hey, I'm not trying to change your mind. So look, you take the women at your number, and I'll take the ones that are above your number, and we good. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? If you stop at they only can be with 6 or 7 men, then I'll take the ones from 8 all the way up until whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because truth be told, if I met a woman and I'm talking and we go on a few dates and she come out and say I'm a porn star, I'm not gonna be like, check, please. Only thing I'm gonna ask is after you get through fucking on your job, do you still bring that same energy or better when you come home and fuck me?
Now
That's all. That's all I'm worried about.
that is where I have to press pause because you and again, brother, you and I, you know, we good.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I am not strong-minded enough as a man to wake up to a woman that I know had cum dripping off her face and she's getting paid for it.
Hey, I get it, but that's why they
You
have showers. That's why they have tubs. That's why they,
and
you know.
her face better
So,
smell like hand sanitizer. Her
well,
face.
come on, man. Like, I mean, I get it. You think like, oh my God, this shit is dramatic. But listen, she had that same cum on her face. She had that same cum in her hair and her nose before you got with her. See, y'all thinking like this. The only difference between a porn star and the woman you dated is because you get to see it up front. So now I ain't even got to think what the fuck happened to her. I see it. When you get with a girl, you don't know what the last nigga was doing to her. And then on top of that, sometimes the shit they did with the nigga before you, they probably don't even do it with you.
Now that is a valid point.
Yeah.
That I'm going to be wholesome when
Right.
you was just a hoe in a previous relationship. That's a problem. I feel. But
You
as
know I
far
don't
as
believe y'all, right?
Oh, I'm dead ass.
excuse
You
me,
got you got you see, okay, so let me just put a little nugget out there. You have to remember, like I've been in polygamy relationships. Like I've been, in polyamory. I've seen it both ways. Okay, so I've I've
okay,
I've dated a woman who had a boyfriend.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? We live
So,
together, and she
okay,
got a
I'm gonna
boyfriend.
say
I got
this.
a girlfriend. So,
I
wait, let me
understand
just
that.
say
So
this
it's
for
a
claimer. Let me just say this for claimer. Yes, it's
uh-huh.
true, and because my mother, I'll dox my own self on this. My mama, when I grew up, was in polyamorous. My mama had 7 husbands. I got 21 brothers and sisters. Okay, this ain't no lies, ain't no bullshit. So I lived in a house with strong men, and these niggas was figuring out who gonna get her pregnant this year, type of shit. My mama was in that lifestyle. I don't know how she got into it, but she is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I grew up in it. But yeah, put that out there.
Okay. So you grew up in it, but you didn't grow up with your mother in that type of relationship, just sleeping with any and every man. At least she knew, okay, these 7 men are mine. If something ever was to happen, I know one of y'all did it. It's not just random fucking men off the street. So I'm not about to sit here and believe that you or Aries is going to get in a relationship with a woman that fucks any and everybody. She can just pull a man off the street and fuck him.
wait,
You don't want that.
Well, no,
wait.
I
So
wasn't
don't
saying
tell
that.
me
We
her
we,
number
we
don't
brung
count.
up
Her,
the.
her number does matter. At some point, her number is going to matter.
Okay, so let me clarify my point. Okay, um, the number tells me about her. It gives me information. Okay, but is it hypocritical for me to judge if I have a number as well?
Yes, men do. Men
Oh,
do that, and women accept it though. See,
okay,
that's the
but
part.
my question is this: is it right?
I mean, society said it is right, but you can't go on it. It's just based on how that woman feels. If that woman feel like your number count to her and she don't want a man that's been with every fucking female, then guess what? It counts. It matters. But if you
Okay.
find a woman that really don't care and don't want to know about your past, then it doesn't matter. So we can't just throw out these terms and say, okay, well, this is the norm because every person is different. That's the thing that gets me. You can't just say, well, this is the truth because this is how everybody else feels. No, it's not the truth because 99.9 people believe this because you still have that 0.1 person that don't believe it. So guess what? Everybody don't believe it. Stop it.
Okay.
Just go on what you believe. And that's what I think we should do. Just talk about what you feel, what you believe. Maybe some people are gonna agree and maybe some people isn't gonna agree, but at the end of the day, that's your perspective. That's how you feel. I don't care about anybody else.
You're right.
That's
Doesn't
just
have a
me.
problem with the porn star. I have a problem with the young lady who has cum dripping off her face and want to offer me pancakes in the morning. It's cool.
No, that's what I said. Like Aaron, where Aaron cut off, where Aaron 1500, where his cutoff is, that's what I would take. Like if his cutoff is 5, I'll take 6 and above. Hey, that's what he likes. I have no problem with that. And don't want to change his mind. I'm just saying, don't, don't, because my thing is this: I'm not gonna ask because I don't want to know. Now you brought up a scenario that like now if she's fucking everybody and we don't have
Right.
that type of relationship, then that's fine. But like I said, I've been in a relationship where live in relationship with a woman who had a boyfriend and I had a girlfriend. And I'm not gonna lie, when the shit first got introduced to me, I was a little jealous because I was like, well, shit, you going on a date without me? You know what I'm saying? But when I start learning about it and understood it and all that, whatever, we was cool. You know what I'm saying? Until she passed away, but we was
Must
cool. You know what I'm
be
saying? So
nice.
I I get it. Everybody lives
I
they
can't
life
tell.
the way, huh?
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying everybody lives their life the way it is. It's just that don't put judgment on mine. I won't put judgment on yours. And but my thing is too, if you put judgment for the wrong reason, then that's why I'm like, okay, like Aries said, he gonna be thinking about she got cum on her face while she's making pancakes. Nigga, don't you know most women and niggas ain't cooking pancakes? Right?
Good
You should
point.
be like, you got some
Right.
pancakes. So
I,
that's why I say if I get
I
to
fix
know
my
her
own
and
bacon
she
though.
fits me, but her lifestyle is like some shit that I can find myself in her world. Like I said, if I dated a porn star, and only thing I want to know is that same energy you put on camera, I need that and more when you come home. Because I know you've been fucking all day or taking scenes and shots and all that, whatever. If that shit hurt our intimacy to where we can't get it in like I want, then that's where the problem comes in. Now, you know what I'm saying? But if you can go to work and and do whatever you do on the screen, and then because my thing is this: we men go to strip clubs, spend rent money, car notes, car payments on some shit that
Lames.
you can't even you can well some of them you can touch, but the majority of them you can't do shit but slap on the ass and watch,
You're
and
right.
then go home to what? Jacking off, beating your meat,
Yeah,
and
I
you ain't even
don't.
going home to no puss, or then going home to a woman that you probably didn't come in your shit without touching yourself, and then roll over, don't even touch your woman. What kind of shit is
Oh,
that? But hey, that's them brothers. I mean, that's what they
that's
like.
them. That's those
Wow.
40.
This is getting deep.
Deeper than deep.
This is
No,
getting deep.
I mean it's a
So,
problem. It's a fucking problem. I mean, it's just what it is. I just
so
think that. Go ahead. Hello.
I mean, it says shit so
hmm,
Friday, right?
I'm about to say. So let it fly.
I
I
want
mean,
to
if
probe I am though on this
Okay.
situation.
here it
Uh-huh.
go. Let's go.
So my question is, did the girl approach you with the situation, or did you kind of approach her with it?
No. Okay. She had a friend. Okay, so let me little backstory. I went to high school with her. And when I moved back to California from Fairview A&M, we kind of linked up. And so we end up going out to one of her friends' parties, right? And so I'm observing the parties. I'm observing and looking or whatever. And so I see her like hugged up with this dude, and then turn around and hugged up with this dude. So I was
Wait,
like,
hold on. What kind of party is this? Is it a
no, it
party
was
or
like,
is it a
no, no,
party?
it was a regular like birthday party.
Oh, okay, go
You know
ahead.
what I'm saying? But she brung both of her dudes or whatever. And so the night in, we helped clean up or whatever. And I'm like, hey, are you? And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, it's like, are you weird about it? I was like, nah, I grew up in that shit. Like my mama, I didn't know what it was when my mama was doing it. And I kind of got teased at some time, like my mama was a hoe and a slut. You know what I'm saying? But when you got older brothers and your daddies are men's man, that shit got shut down. But I was a little embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't taught that these many men supposed to be fucking your mama, you know what I'm saying? And so, anyways, but I was like, no, I'm cool with it. So we kind of went home and we talked about it, you know what I'm saying? So I was thinking more like, okay, well, cool. Like I can't do the man on man, but we can bring another woman in. And she was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. We bring another woman in, but then she telling me she likes to do her job. And I was like, my heart kind of dropped in my stomach and shit. And I was like, like, well, damn, I'm not enough. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, we had to talk. We tried it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I say for about 4 or 5 months, I used to be a little jealous when she went out on dates. But I kind of got like, what am I jealous of? You know what I'm saying? We have our time. She comes home to me, da da da. And then eventually I met somebody and we started talking or whatever. And then really, for a minute, the four of us went out. You know what I'm saying? Went out together and it was cool for 3 years until she died in a car accident on a
Mm,
105 freeway. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
I'm sorry.
So yeah. So but it was cool. Like I said, when my mom did, I didn't understand it. And when I got older, I really didn't understand it. But that kind of brought me back to it. Like I tried to run from what my household was when I got 18. That's why I left California because the shit was just like, you know, it was weird. Imagine going to like, shit at school and, like it was good because you had men around you and I had brothers around me. I had father figures, always somebody there, whether one was fixing a car, one was a coach of a football team and one this and that. And you know what I'm saying? But when it came to like, you got to go out in public type shit, the shit used to be a little uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, but when I got older and kind of understood it, they all love my mama and she
okay.
loved them and they created my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trade them in for the world. So, but then when I got into myself, you have to reflect on what you want to need. And so there were things that I gave her that I didn't have in me that he gave her. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would say one thing, like, they went to the nail shop together. He would sit there or whatever, get their nails done and shit. That just wasn't me at that time. I mean, I've done it now recently, but back then that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Just some shit. Then it was things that we did. You know what I'm saying? Then the girl that I ended up dating outside her, it was things like I could talk to her about different things that I couldn't talk to my girl about. Well, I could, but she wasn't really that interested in it. But this girl, we kind of bonded over that. And then of course, sex come into play, but we always practice safe sex. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we can have other sex. We're trying to have a kid. But then with our partners, you know what I'm saying? That was a requirement. We had to wear protection. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, there's a lot more depth though, but I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was a little insecure. I was feeling a little something when she finally got you know what I'm saying? Dating a dude from work. Her work boyfriend became her actual boyfriend, but it was a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and then I did me, and I've always, I guess, I always knew I've always been free spirit when it comes to relationships. I've
Mm-hmm.
always been one that dipped and dabbed and kind of did my own thing. So
There you go.
yeah,
I
so
mean,
yeah.
I'll be jealous too. Shit. I mean, hell, because I'll be honest with you. I feel some kind of way. I'm like, you laid down next to me and we done this for a couple of hours. You ain't tired? Or you getting up? You supposed to be asleep. So I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way because I mean, you supposed to be asleep at all.
And I
But
and,
I'm
I-
still.
and, I, and let me say this, and I will say this. I will say, if you ever want to know about polygamy and polygamy, it's a lot of polygamy, polyamorous. It's a lot of fake Facebook communities about it from Black people. You know, some of them are bullshit. Some of them people are just on there trying to fuck, but you kind of sift through it and you can find you one. But I'll say this for men who honestly feel in their heart and mind that they really just can't be with one woman. You know that you're gonna go out and cheat. Why go sneak to go be with another woman when you can go out and date freely and your wife or your woman or your girlfriend know and she at home doing whatever.
But I told you why though.
No, I mean I get it, but I'm saying as a man, instead of have to go through you cheating on your spouse, if you know that that's in you, then go and seek it. It's nothing from stopping you. You don't have to be monogamous.
But
You
I
can
told
be whatever you want to be, but you have to be able to accept it, saying fully. You know what I'm saying? Because, jealousy is a mug.
But
exactly that's my point.
it's not that easy. It's not that easy. So I know the trolls gonna have a field day.
No,
So
yeah, wait. But
I
I'm
mean
just
I've
go ahead.
been looking at that kind of at polygamy and polyamory and all that stuff. I've been looking at it for a long time and I get the gist of it, but it's like I know me and I'm kind of selfish. So I don't think that the polygamy will work for me. Like I
Okay,
said,
so let me say
I'm the
this.
kind of
So
everyday chick. So
right, but
me
imagine
having
this,
to
right?
share,
Right, but so imagine this. Imagine you having a best friend. Because remember, it's now whether you are intimate or not. See, the myth is that the two women have to always be intimate. They don't have to be that. They can just be real good sisterly friends. So imagine you having a real bond with a sister that you and your man share together, and y'all share responsibilities and this and that and all that, whatever. You look at it differently. And what I would tell from growing pains, is that if you're a man and you upfront with a woman, let her go and pick. Tell her what you like, but let her go and pick and find that woman. It's a lot
I
easier because
mean,
most women gonna be like,
I know
"Oh, I don't believe you, huh?"
I
No,
know
go ahead.
that's the normal way that I've been saying that the woman go out and pick the other woman, but it's not about having to, how can I put it? It's not being jealous because I'm sharing her, but it's more of if you can't if you can't get me every day, then I'm gonna feel some type of way if you're not touching me and making sure I'm okay sexually, but then you go to her. You see what I'm saying? That's
Well,
where the problem is gonna come in.
yeah. Well, but see, that's why before you go out and do it, even if you're a couple who's been together and it never came up until now, it's not something you go and rush out and do. You have to really like sit down and like weigh the options and talk about it and then understand why are we doing it. Like a lot of the bad falls come in because some men and some women are just doing it for sex. They're not doing it for the emotional bond. They're not doing it for the family aspect. They're not doing it for, I might like I have a lot of things in common with her. Like, we could talk about this and I can do this with her and do this with her and do this whatever, and then vice versa. Whether you got and polyamorous is not just hold on.
But see that's another thing. Women to
Mm-mm.
get jealous and emotional, but men, on the other hand, a woman can't go to a man and say that's what she wants in a relationship because a man's ego is going to stand in the way of that, or he's going to think that she's
Well,
bisexual, or is a whole bunch of other things that come with that, and the
Pause.
man is going to automatically think that about the woman.
no, that's not true because
Wait,
there's a lot of women out here who are
I
not
have a,
bisexual.
but I have a
They
question
don't.
though.
No,
Are you
go ahead.
talking about if that woman wants multiple men, or if that woman wants a man and a woman?
If that woman wants a man and a woman, but wants the woman just for a different reason, not for her per se, then the man is not going to, a lot of men is not going to sit down and listen to the reasoning why. You know what I'm
But you
Wait.
gotta
saying?
have,
It's gonna
but you gotta have the
automatically be some
conversation.
kind of ego trip.
So
But
hold
see,
on.
that's why I say you
Yeah,
gotta have
you
a
gotta have a
conversation,
conversation, but
and you can't just jump out there and go get somebody. Y'all have to sit down and play a what if, and you have to ask him, and he have to ask you, what are you honestly? See, this is when you gotta have an honest conversation.
Man.
You gotta have an honest conversation face to face, and you have to be real upfront. What are you honestly at this moment capable of doing or being or feeling? Like if I had a girlfriend and I had a guy friend, would you honestly be comfortable with that? Now I will say this: at some point, you might think you're ready until you go on that trial run. You know what I'm saying? And yes, jealousy might creep in, especially if it's just y'all. Now, if y'all came into it with having this, this mindset, this lifestyle that is a little different, but if y'all trying to get into it, yeah, a little jealousy might come in. But you have to look at it like, look, I still have my woman. We still are good. And then as long as y'all treat each other good, as long as things don't change dramatically on how he treats you and the little things he do for you and then how you treat him and the little things you do for him. See, some of the problem is sometimes we say the grass is green on the other side that, oh yeah, we go get somebody new and we want and he thinking that, oh, she out here doing all this kind of shit. Or you think he out here doing all this other kind of shit. And it might not be that. But you gotta have a conversation. This is where communication, or conversing or whatever, however y'all want to pronounce it and call it, that's when that is key on what y'all really want to do. And can y'all really do it? Have the conversation. The first step to it is having a conversation. And I would say have it as bedroom talk. Bring it up. Let's talk about it. Let's get some piece of paper. Let's put down the pros and the cons. You might not ever do it, but at least you had the conversation about it. At least y'all, presented it. I, that's how I would say go about it. Now, people are different ways or whatever, but if you're starting off from trials and tribulations, have the conversation.
I like this conversation.
Oh, okay. I'm in shock right now.
Somebody
Why?
said
I
honesty,
mean,
honesty. Somebody put honesty is
Mm-hmm.
what breaks up relationships when someone is not ready to receive it.
That's real.
Well, then that's the one that should be broken up.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I can't be honest with my mate, then why am I with you then?
Keep that shit a buck.
Oh, damn! I came all the way out here and don't have my damn car keys. Shit.
Is it cold?
Yeah,
Sorry,
because
y'all.
the conversation
No,
must be
it's
that
not
damn
going
good.
off.
Mm-mm.
It's real good.
No,
Yes, the conversation
And
is real good.
nah. I'm just like no. But I'm saying I was, I'm just trolling. No, what I'm thinking is if that woman wants a woman, but it's not for sex.
See, Aries, and I am. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this kind of channel, but at the same time, I'm holding back, and I know I am because of the trolls.
Well,
And I don't want them all up in my business because then they're gonna try to use it when they try, like they're trying to flip everything. So
well,
well,
you know what? This is how I
I
feel
have
about the
y'all
trolls.
contact, and I think that is something that I would want to talk to y'all about behind the scenes and not really on.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, listen. Nobody. We could talk about my OnlyFans page.
We ain't got no damn OnlyFans. Shut up.
Why
we
don't?
we ain't trolling tonight.
I'm just saying. I mean, look. I mean, I'm gonna put my. I'm a one day. I'm gonna put my link up, and I'm charging only $25 a month.
Hey, hey, get that money then. Hey, get that money. Hey, hey, look, hey, OnlyFans is for everybody. Anybody,
Well,
fit,
Right.
size, fit,
Mm-hmm.
OnlyFans is not
unfit.
for me.
You know what I'm saying? It's for
Mm-mm.
anybody who want to sign up and be on there.
Right.
Hey, it's somebody will be
I'm
willing to pay.
selective.
So, man, I can't be in a relationship like what y'all are proposing because I know me. I know that um multiple women, it seems like it's great, but that's multiple headaches.
No, it
That's
ain't.
multiple conversations.
No, it ain't. Don't tell
That's
yourself that. Don't tell
it's
yourself
one.
that. Because
I
okay,
mean,
let me
go
ask you
ahead.
this serious question.
Go ahead.
Have you ever either dated, where there's no commitment, but have you ever
Mm.
dated more than one woman at a time?
Yeah.
Have you ever cheated on a woman? Is that too much for you?
Let's be honest.
Yeah, if we gonna do the challenge, we
Yes.
gotta be real. Okay. So was it a headache when you was cheating? When you was in those guts, was your head hurting?
Well, I mean, that was the reason why it was alleviated because I was back there in the guts. The
But
guts is
what
where the
if
aspirin at.
but what if your woman was right there watching while you was in someone else's guts and she was cheering you on?
Oh Lord.
What would happen?
Wait. You mean they got to watch?
No, I'm just speaking from experience. I've been there where my
Oh.
woman has seen me in somebody else's
No,
guts,
no,
watching,
listen, no,
playing with
listen,
herself.
no, wait,
So what
wait,
I'm
wait, wait,
saying
wait,
is,
wait, wait.
but
Now, this is a
go ahead.
whole different lifestyle. This is
No,
me.
it's
This no, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, this is me in college. This is me after college. Now, what you're describing is how it was after college. Yes, and yeah, it was a nice experience
but
growing
what I'm
up.
saying is you can have that outside the bedroom. It ain't always gotta be about sex. If you find two people that you are compatible with, and they get along, it ain't a headache, bro.
I think that it is so hard to find your soulmate. What's the chance of you find it too?
No, see, I don't believe in soulmates. I think soulmates are for picky people
Well, I'm picky, but yeah, I understand.
and too picky. She got to be this. So you looking for that needle in a haystack instead of like me. I'd rather take a whole bunch of B's and maybe make them into A's. But you want a woman who got you end up getting a woman who got two A's and four fails. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she look good, body banger, but can't cook, can't clean, can't iron, can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is though, at the end of the day, if you're with a woman, but your mind, body, and soul is telling you that you need something else that you ain't fulfilled, it's not a problem. It's just that she just don't give you everything that you need, but you're still putting 100%. You can go and get somebody else and put another 100% into it. That's if you want, because what's going to end up happening is that you're going to go cheat on that woman. You're going to start looking at Instagram posts. You're going to be like somebody we know and jump on POF or some shit. You're going to be on these dating sites. You taking away
That's
from
easier
her.
said. That's easier said than done. It's not that easy to have that conversation with your mate. It's not.
Yes, it is. It is. It if this let me tell you why. We listen, we be afraid of what they gonna say, right? That's why it's hard. Because I'm afraid that they might be like, hell no, what the fuck are you talking about? Da. But at the end of the day, I'd rather my mate come out and tell me than suppress and hold that shit in. That's why we get sick a lot. We get sick, we get gray hairs, we always frustrated, or our mood swings are fucked up. We act like it's because of our period. No, it's because you suppressing how you really want to be. You know, when out here who really want to be hoes, but they suppressing to be a good girl. You got guys out here who really want to be gay, i.e., bullets, Gotti, but suppressing that shit because what somebody else might say. You see what I'm saying? Be yourself. Be open and honest. And if that person really loves you, if that person really for you, they still might say, nah, that shit ain't for me. So you gotta choose. And then now you gotta choose. Is the lifestyle and what I'm feeling inside, is that fire greater than this one person I'm with? And a lot of things too, we so afraid because we get comfortable to walk away from something that don't really we know that really don't fulfill us. Because if you have that
Oh
fire still
Lord.
in your bosom about being with somebody, and it's not all about sex too. It can just be about the conversation. It can be about they might like going to art paintings and art shows, and your mate might not like that. That doesn't mean there's something that's wrong with them. It's just that what you enjoy with them, you enjoy with them. And what you want to enjoy with somebody else, you want to go and do, especially if your mate not really that interested in going to go do those things.
But also, but
Damn, I
I
can't
think
talk to you. I am.
no,
This
but
shit
I'm
is
lost though.
deep, man.
No, but I got pushback on that because if you're into your mate, you will start being into the shit that she likes.
No, that ain't always true. You do it. You do it before them. You do it so you don't argue and fight. You don't do it so they don't say you don't ever do. But do you really get into it? No.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. No, I mean it's just I see your point.
You know what I'm saying? So because if you into it, you're gonna be just excited, ready to go, dress, everything, where the keys at to go and do whatever it is that they want to do too. You have that same much excitement, that same much energy with it. You don't have that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about just the fire and the want inside you to go be with another being. It will cut down on cheating. It will cut down on things if that's what you go like. A lot of men have to accept like, hey, stop trying to make up a word, monogamize your mate when you know you don't really want to be in a monogamous relationship. But
So
society says do it. Society says be in it.
Right.
But that's not really how you feel. Matter of fact, you even have more love to give to someone else. You didn't love this person as much as you can love them, and you still got more love to give. So
I hear
who's to
you.
say that I gotta just the extra reserve love, I gotta just bottle that shit up and let it just go to waste.
So
So
another
go ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
Um, say you and your mate decide to do that. When do
Hmm.
you discuss that with the family? Because you know, family that don't come from that have something to say. Or do you
Right.
even
So
discuss it with them?
right. So I run into quite a few women who want to be in a lifestyle, but like don't want to tell their kids because they feel like it's bad. I'm like, well then why are you in it? Don't want to tell their parents because they Christians and all this and all that. And so what I say to that is just this: whoever loves you are going to love you. Whoever respects you are going to respect you. And the ones who didn't, they love and respect for you was fake anyway. And at the end of the day, you're grown. So if these people ain't taking care of you, why does it matter if you lose their friendship? If they don't want to love you for who you are because you don't judge them for what the hell they did, they could have been alcoholics, they could have been dope heads, they could have been smoke a whole pack of Newports. They can be 600, 700 pounds and gluttony and all that abuse. I mean, obese and shit, and you still love them. So if they can't love you for who you are and your lifestyle and what you got going in your household, then fuck them. That's all I say. Because at the end of the day, you only have one life to live. I don't know now one person. I don't know if y'all do who has died and then came back and told you, oh yeah, the afterlife is bound to the motherfucker. So I'm going to live this one life I got. And as we see the way the world is, you don't know when that shit is going to end. So live it happy. Live it enjoying it. Why live it worrying and being scared and being afraid to be free and be you? I was scared of
The
heights.
conversation
And
not
2 months
worth
ago,
having.
I had a young lady got me to jump out the stratosphere, to bungee out the stratosphere. I was scared and almost pissed on
Hi,
myself,
Aaron.
but I got over it
All this is better
because I'm like,
said than done. It is hard.
I know, and that's the fear, and that fear. When you come with fear, you feel it all in your chest, your stomach, and your gut, and that shit is fucking up all your organisms, fucking it all up because you're
Yeah,
afraid to release
because
and be.
yeah, but at the end of the day, you if you love somebody, like you really don't want to disappoint them. You try your best not
But
to
who
hurt
says
them.
this? Who says disappoint though? The way I live my life, why does it have to be a disappointment to you? I didn't. For me, let's say me, I didn't raise my son to be a college student. I ain't never been to jail. You know what I'm saying? I got a good job. I have my own place that I own, my own car. So my lifestyle, if my lifestyle is a failure to you, then why? Why
But
is my lifestyle a failure
it's
to
not even
you?
about just the family at this point. It's even your mate. Like you don't want to have that kind of conversation or the real conversation with them about what you want and what you need because you try not to hurt
So,
them.
but you know, if you holding stuff in, you're lying to them, then, right? Because now you're physically and emotionally
Yeah,
lying
I
to them.
mean that. Yeah,
So a
you're
lie is a
lying to
lie.
them, but at the same time, you're not hurting them.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Okay,
Well, they
so
don't know that you're hurting them.
right. So let me ask you a question. So you will hurt yourself from hurting them, and then translation, you really are hurting them because you can't even give the best of them because you're hurting and suppressing the best of you. How can I give you the best of me if I can't give myself the best of me?
Okay,
I can't give you what I'm not giving myself.
and that's where it goes back to most women feel that way. Most women would rather hurt themselves than hurt their mate.
Yeah,
It's just I don't know why it's like that. I mean, I can't give you the biology on it, but a lot of women would rather hurt themselves than hurt their mate.
and then that's why when your mate hurts you, you motherfuckers turn into ticking time bombs,
Exactly, because we've
and y'all
done
blow the fuck up.
right because women have done so much and suppressed so
Hmm.
much to
Hmm.
where when you light that fuse is only one way out, and that's just to blow up.
Right. But how about you can release that gas out slowly and easy till you don't become no ticking time bomb. I would just say this to anybody that's out there listening and is in that situation. At the end of the day, if you can die tomorrow and say you've been totally happy with the way you live your life, then keep living it like that. But if you know that every day that you wake up, that you're gonna still have this feeling inside of you that to where you can't be free, I get it. Like you're gonna be lonely, you might be sad, yeah, you might have hurt somebody, but people are starting to wake up now that I'm free. Like I don't have no built up anger that's why people be having anxiety. People have anxiety because they're afraid to be who they are. That's why you see people who are rich who are killing themselves. And to people who ain't rich and be like, damn, they get to go do all this. What the fuck is they killing themselves over? Because they know that inside they've been bottling up who they really want to be because of what somebody else might think and say. But the ones who are totally free don't give a damn what you say about me. All I need is whatever I need, you know what I'm saying, to enjoy my life that I have, that I'm in charge of, that I'm responsible for. You're not even responsible for your kids' life. You're responsible for your life. Yes, you had them and you got to nurture them to go be and do whatever. But at the end of the day, they don't die with you. Like I know some women who say, "Oh, I ain't gonna date until all my kids are grown." And these kids are grown. These motherfuckers are 50 and 60, and who want them? Or their self-esteem is so fucked up
That's
at that
because
time.
society make them believe that that's what they're supposed to do. I'm telling
Somebody put
you,
wait, so wait,
America is fucked up.
Aaron
It
put no
is.
one gets everything they want. Okay, so you might not get everything you want, but you can get everything you need. And see, wants are material things. Yeah, I might want to own my own private jet. Do I got it? No. But I know I got everything that I need in life. And and if I want everything I want, I can try to go and get it. And achieve if achieving everything that I if achieve okay, if achieving is getting everything that I need and want, and I'm gonna go and try to accomplish that achievement, then that's on me. I can die saying that I tried to get everything that I wanted. But at the same time, do you have everything that you need? And all I'm saying is, especially when it comes to men and women, I'm not gonna say that men just cheat or men don't have that fulfillment. Even as a woman, if you got that fulfillment in you, that yes, I got a man and he's loving and caring and all this and all that, and the sex is what I want and all this, but I'm still missing something. Why go and cheat and do it? Why have the work husband? Why have a so-called gay best friend? Why women got more male friends than they do girlfriends? Oh, I just click better with males than I do females. Okay. Because one of them niggas, if not all of them, are waiting till your boyfriend leaves to fuck, or waiting for you to come to their door crying because he did something stupid to fuck them. They're not just sitting there being your friends because you got a good personality and you got good hair and soft skin.
That is not
They're
true.
not. What?
That's not true.
Okay. All right.
I
All right.
mean, it could be true, but y'all continue.
I'm just talking from experience. I'm just talking from experience. You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
gonna continue. I'm like, bruh, I need some time to sit on this. We're gonna have to continue this conversation when it's not so late.
All right.
But this is a conversation that I would like to have and talk about. Cause I mean, I agree with Kevin Kelly. America is fucked up, and they have people thinking like
Mm-hmm.
one straight way. And I think that's why there's so much chaos too, because we supposed
Mm-hmm.
to do this and we supposed to live like this, but in our heart we don't want to. We want to do something else. But are we going to get criticized for it? Are we going to be
Mm-hmm.
put down for it? It's like it's hard to be yourself living in America when they have all these norms put in place for you.
That's not just
Mm-hmm.
America. That's the world. Everybody has norms. That's society.
I
Okay. Well,
understand that,
America
but
for who?
why? But it shouldn't have to be.
Because if
Who
everybody was able to,
decided these norms?
it is called civilization. I mean, like if everybody wanted to do their own damn thing,
So look, let me say this. So Aaron, you
Hitler would have
proving my
killed all the
point.
Jews.
Well, let me say this. So Aaron, you proving my point
But
when you say, well, hold on, let me read this real quick. You said being free. No one person will give you everything. That's my point. That's what I've been saying. You're not gonna get that one thing from that person, and that's fine. You might need a second or a third, or just to be with somebody else. That's my point. No one person is gonna give you, and even the next person might not give it to you, but at least you're free to love and be in Rome. I mean,
right,
let's think about.
to make
Remember
your
when Chris
own.
Cross came out? When Chris Cross came out with the baggy clothes and the turnabout, that was looked at as strange. Wearing two different color shoes, that looked like strange. If you didn't match from head to toe with your purse, it would look like strange. Like you could have on an orange shirt with some pink shoes. Back in the day, he's like, "What the fuck's he got on?" Now it's like it's
It's still
starting to be
strange, but go ahead. Yeah,
horrible.
I
You know what I'm
understand.
saying?
But it even
So
go
it's
deeper than that because the government tells you
yeah,
what you can and cannot do. Who says
right.
that you're wrong and you have to go to jail because you have multiple wives? But that's what
Yeah, if you
they
live in
do.
Utah, yeah, if you live in Utah, but they just passed a law changing that, turning it now into a damn like a jaywalking ticket. Yeah, because they was
But
looking
I
at it
mean,
from an
who gives
economic
them that right
benefits.
to tell you that?
The law, because they
They
wrote
don't
it.
have a right.
So under that
Okay.
same ideology, why are we hard up about men wanting women? So girls, the one to marry girls.
Well,
That's
when you say that,
because
because
there's a
oh, go
maturity
ahead.
thing and
That's
there is a maturity thing. These are not women. These are
that.
girls. There's a difference.
I
Their
mean, of
body
course,
is
I'm
not
not supporting.
ready to accept that part of life.
And when I made that comment, I'm saying I'm not supporting at all. It's just the fact that okay, under that logic,
Oh
that's
yeah, I'm
all.
not. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
but
something that somebody say, but their minds ain't even ready. They can't even tell you what's 12 times
their
12, let
bodies
alone.
isn't ready either.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait. So
Let
why
alone have
was
a
it?
baby or
So why were they able to marry when they were like 100 years ago?
because they didn't
because
know any
people.
better. When you know
Wait,
better,
what?
you do better.
So wait. who determined who knows better who?
Well,
Because
you always had
Exactly.
kings
Who
and queens
determines that?
and through
well,
Dress
you
picked
just well, I
people who
mean, to be
always
honest, it
looked
just
out.
seemed like you just determined that they didn't know better back then. You can't be.
Yeah, but
Well,
that's my opinion. That's my
but okay,
opinion though. You may not think that way. I'm only giving you my opinion.
so
But
I'll say this. I'll say
okay,
this. So back then, they didn't understand the ramifications that would happen or something like that. And when they start seeing these young women with kids and don't know nothing, you know what I'm saying, can't do nothing, then you have to change. Like, damn, you got these grown ass men, you know, changing the whole psyche and mindset of these women because they're not ready to deal with what life has. Rather, even a baby, like I personally don't believe. I honestly think it's just me, and I get women can do whatever they body. But I think it should be a law to say that you shouldn't have a baby if you're under 18 years old because you 13 years old and you having a kid, you're not even fully mentally developed yet. How you gonna teach your kid? How you gonna provide for your kid? And then you have what a 14-year-old boy, let's say he's 14, so they a year apart. What job can he get? You can't get a job in America legally now unless you're 18 years old and out of high school. Well, at least in California, I don't know about nowhere else. But what job he gonna get to provide for that baby? So I just think it was just the mental set that was happening. They started seeing that was forming, so they had to make a law. Remember, a lot of laws were made because of things that happened previously. So you know what, we got to change this. We got, you know what I'm saying, or you know, in our case, they didn't want us to thrive, so they made a lot of laws to keep us down to where we don't thrive, where we don't buy land, you know, where we red zones, where we can't buy houses and all that stuff. So things happen, and then you know, you put a law to it to kind of, to limit it from happening. Same thing with like let's say in California, you gotta have a fishing license. Because people will go over there and overfish and then hey, they can't keep replenishing the fish. So now we're gonna make you pay for it, make you take a class, make you get a license, and then if you don't do it, then we'll fine you for it. Because you gotta have the right size fish, the right weight and all that stuff. So you learn from previous things. Nothing's gonna be perfect. And I'm not advocating for anybody to go live this lifestyle if you're not ready. All I'm saying is if you have that inkling inside of you, don't be afraid to have the conversation. Don't be afraid to explore it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just for anything, you know. Well, I don't want you to go out there and kill nobody, but if you got that inkling of killing something, that's why they have hunting. You can go hunt some deer, some bears, wild bulls, all type of shit. You ain't gotta go kill no human.
why
Now, if
not?
that shit gets to that part, I mean, hey,
Why
you
not?
seen
It makes me happy.
well, hey, you seen that movie with what's his name, with Ice T? They took the nigga out there and they went and hunted that nigga. Well, it's
Yeah, I
fine.
mean,
I'm sure.
we going because I mean, because the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that who determines when enough is enough?
You.
No, I'm just talking about society because sooner or later somebody's going to their want, their freedom, that urge to want to do something, that they've always wanted to do is going to infringe on someone else.
But people do it. People still do it, even with the rules and laws put into place. That's why you
Yeah,
have
but the thing
murder.
is, but
That's
the
why you
thing
have
is,
this.
with your under your logic, it seems like you're promoting that freedom
Look.
to.
Under my logic, there is no rule that says unless you live in Utah that you can't. Well, really, the rule is you can't marry them. Well, I
Uh,
guess live with them too. But there's no rule to say that I can't love more than one person.
yeah, I mean,
There's no
yeah.
there's no rule to say that I can marry one woman and then have a legal binding agreement to say that she's my wife too.
Look, as far as
So
the matter, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no. So I'm just saying, like those things are not infringing on anybody else. What I do in
Uh,
my household does not infringe on what you do.
right.
The whole block might love strawberries and put that shit in their pancakes. I'm over here putting chocolate chips in mine. So does that make
So
me a bad guy, a bad person?
let me ask you this: as far as the ramifications of how marriage is looked at for legal purposes, how would that work?
Well, you marry one and then you write up a contract with the other one.
So why can't? So uh, okay,
Because the state laws, to me, allow one man and one woman for economical reasons. if men and I heard this, they're like, oh, all the rich men would have all the women. No, because how do you know that woman want to be with that man just because he got money? You know what I'm saying? Or all this person who got all these resources will have all the money. No, you still will find like somebody big game said that like like all the NBA football players get all the IG models. Well, who want an IG model? Yeah, they're good to look at, but do you really want to be with them when you get down to the dirty? Like, do they really fit who you are as a person? So at the end of the day, it's resources. Imagine you got two and three, four incomes coming to your household because everybody works. Or imagine, okay, well now I don't have to. Okay, let's say they don't work. One cooks. Okay, so we ain't got to go eat out all the time. One may be good with teaching the kids, so we ain't got to put our kids in this fucked up ass school system. One might be good at making some shit and sewing, like how you see bombs, sew masks, and all that shit. So we really ain't got to go to the mall and go buy all our goddamn clothes from there. So it's just dip. One might want a green thumb, one not a plant. So hell, we can cut down on food costs because we got tomatoes and green onions and cabbage and all cucumbers, all type of shit in the fucking back. So then the man you go out and make the actual physical money and then come home and it's put to wherever it is. Look at it like that. So they cut that down. A job ain't gonna want to have to put you and both of your wives on your fucking job insurance and carry on. You know what I'm saying? So it cuts down on the resources. But it's still ways around it because it's going on, it's happening. Nobody has to do it. You don't have to
Okay,
do it.
Kevin.
I'm just saying, all I'm saying is this. If you have that burning urge in your body, in your heart, in your stomach to go and be with someone else, then you already done cheat on your mate. Especially if you believe in the Bible.
Mm.
Because whoso thinketh shall do it. You know what I'm saying? Or you're lusting. So it's there. But then why not just have the conversation and see? Because you thinking that, they might be
Well,
thinking that too.
man, based on that logic, you know how many people I've killed? You know how many people I've choked?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, but in your mind, if they probably pushed you to the button, you probably would kill them. But I mean, it's there for a reason. But then listen, your second mind or your eye, whatever, doesn't have to listen. This is not hurting anybody. Killing will hurt somebody. You having another mate not hurt nobody, and you not cheating to do it ain't hurting nobody. Because this is okay. So let's take what we doing now.
Mm.
The guys who do it and women who do it. You got a mate, loves you to death, doing everything that they feel impossible to make you the king or the queen of their life, and you out here fucking and sucking and dating and buying jewelry and sitting trips and shit with somebody else.
Okay,
How that feel
so
to them?
all right, well if that's the case, all right.
I'm just saying. So why cheat in secrecy when you can make love open and free?
Right.
Easier said than done.
Yeah,
No, it's okay. So I'm gonna just say this. Okay, so what's the ramifications of being open and honest and saying what happens? That person leaves you, that you get a
No, it's
divorce.
not that they leave you, but it's more of, I guess, them saying no. And then where does that leave you? And it's now
and
Oh,
that they know the situation, and every time you leave or walk away, they're gonna assume that you're doing something.
but how they
Is
how they
that
know
part of it?
how you know they don't assume now because of the way you move. Let me tell you something about energy.
Big.
Let me tell you something about energy. People feel energy. When you in love, I feel like to me, when you in love and you really like somebody, you are at your apex of energy. And you can feel when somebody ain't giving that shit back to you.
hmm,
And you know it. But you might be like, you fucking, I'll take 80% of her love. Because what I don't want to be single, or I don't want to be by myself, or whatever the situation is, or maybe I can get her or get him to love me 100%. But when you are really invested into somebody, you feel the energy. And you know, like you say, or not say, but people who have been married or in relationships or with their husband or wife or whatever, you know when something's wrong. You know when they ain't telling you the truth. You know when they not being upfront or honest or they not giving 100%. You know it. But a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times we are afraid to confront that situation and be like, what's going on? You seem a little off. Because we just don't want to agitate things. We don't want to not say argue, but we don't want to have the conversation and we don't want to do this and do that. The best thing is like as I said, have the conversation. And if the answer is no, you have the option of choosing, can I live in this happily for the rest of
Okay.
it? Or maybe this is not the right thing for me. Because a lot of us are in relationships that we really don't want to be in. Or we just in because we don't want to be alone.
Convenience.
Or we been in it so long we're afraid to just let it go, or we got kids, or because a lot of dudes stay with women because they don't want to pay child support, they don't want to pay. I know people say you only paying $25, but a lot of men stay in relationships because they don't want to leave and got to take care of this home and maybe possibly take care of another home because they want to be single, but then watch another man come in to the home that they once had that they still provided for. It's
Yeah.
Right.
financial shit. For majority, for not, I mean, I say for majority of men, in my opinion, from what I witnessed and seen and heard and talked to men, different races and things like that. It's because of financial. Women stay because that man that made them feel insecure, telling them that they can't find nobody better, that they ain't gonna do better. Or hear people like Kevin Samuels say that you got 3 kids, 4 kids. Oh, your chances are slim to none. You ain't gonna
We
find nobody.
don't say the curse word on this channel.
Oh, okay. Well, KS, we'll say that, and then they be like, "Well, shit, I'm out the game. I might
I
well
mean, I
just,
never said
you
that you're
know."
wrong,
No,
but
I
go
do
ahead,
not
No,
continue.
no,
talk
no,
about
no.
that
But
game.
yeah, but I'm just saying. So we stay because we act like we're afraid to lose something, but what we lost wasn't really ours. And if we lose it, then hey, like when you lose, let's say you lose some money, you be like, "When I lose money," I'd be like, "Damn, I lost that money." I guess whoever found it, they need it. So if you lose that mate or whatever, that was for somebody else to get it. You was just supposed to hold it for a season.
Hmm. That was nice. That was what's up. No, I mean, it really was.
I mean, thank you. But I mean, like I said, these are just my opinions. My outlook on life for how I got it. Like I said, I always say the number one thing is just communicate, converse with your
Right.
partner, have the conversation, at least have it, so you can release it. If anything, at least you released it and it's out there in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? And it might get watered. It might not get watered this year, next year, but it might get watered. You released it. So now you ain't got to be like, oh, now you don't have to feel like you sneaking, like, damn, like, oh, but now you released it. And then they might come around. They might come around and be like, well, you know what? Tell me more about that. Okay, so how would you do it? Or how would we do it? Oh, okay, well then, so you can have another man or a woman. So can I go get another woman or whatever else they like or whatever? We cool? Like we can do it like that, or are we bringing somebody in and you got to think about everything. You got to think about if you got kids, think about the kids, how the kids might feel. So once you commit to we might do this, and you go and date, and y'all find somebody, then you got to sit down with your kids and be like, look, this is what we doing. This is where we are. I'm not putting this on you, but this is what's gonna make mommy and daddy happy in our life, and da da. We want you to respect this and this. And then, like I said, with family, those who rock with you because they love you and they're there for you, and the ones who really didn't really give a fuck about you anyway, and had that fake ass smile, they cut off, and you ain't gotta worry about it. That's people you gotta worry about. Trim the fat off.
Hmm.
It's your life.
Hmm. I'm just,
He put why get married, why commit, just be free. Okay. You can do that too. But then you know that really the institution of marriage really in America is really was a business agreement. Was never even based on love and like. If it was, then why are you going out there buying these $10,000 diamond rings for a woman then? Just show what? So this $10,000 diamond ring confess how much love I got for you?
man.
Getting married, only thing marriage really does, I mean, well, I guess it only does, but it what's the word I'm looking for? It gave like resources for the woman when the man died, instead of it going back to the family because she's been aware of the one doing all things, so she get to keep those resources in for her and the kids, all the hard work and stuff that she's put in. Or for the man, if the woman died, he gets those resources that are going back to the family. Then two, you can claim them on your taxes, and then three, you can claim them on your health care and dental and vision and all that. But does me marrying you say that I love you more or I love you less? Because people get married every day and then get divorced every day. People get married every day and then cheated with the best friend, the best man, the head bride, whatever what is she called, the other lady, whatever, her head, whatever it is, cheating and shit, all type of shit. So if we're married and are you beating on your wife, you beating on your husband. So if marriage is the end all be all and when I love you, it's the ultimate love, then why do you treat her like shit then? You should only get married one time then, unless the person passed away. It shouldn't be no divorce.
So, the sanctity of marriage is bullshit. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gathering. Okay.
Unless you're a Christian. I mean, if you're a Christian, then you believe that that God said one man, one woman. Well, I thought he said a man, a woman, but I guess he turned a into one. And you know how the English language is and how shit gets flip flops and change and all that. Because if you look in the Bible, if you look in the Bible, if you look at the Bible, the most prominent man in the Bible had more than one wife. They had a bunch of concubines. What the fuck you thought these concubines was used for?
The Bible. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you want to go that route, in a sense, if you want to go that route. But I'm just saying that you marry somebody that's supposed to be the ultimate love. You should never leave them unless they pass away. And then some people even believe that when they die, you die too. That's how much in love you should be with that person.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying. And if you love her that much, you wouldn't physically, emotionally, financially abuse her. You wouldn't be giving your wife allowance. She would have access to all the money. You wouldn't be flying out of town in a hotel with another woman because you so love with your wife, or vice versa. You so love with your husband, but you also having cheating parties and shit with your girlfriends in different cities.
Those are some man. Don't talk about these parties.
I'm just saying.
Wait, what? What is it? What's she talking? What did she say?
I don't know, but all I want to say is, live your life. Live your life.
Oh, you petty. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is live your life to where you have achieved ultimate happiness for you. I'm not saying, I mean, I can't call it crazy, but hey, if that shit is harming somebody, then, take that shit somewhere else and go do it. I'm just saying things that don't necessarily harm a person physically or will kind of put you in jail type of sense, because the way the world is, people mindsets and all that, ultimate happiness can be harming somebody. I mean, look at Jeffrey Dahmer and other people who've been eating people and throwing their bodies. I'm just saying for the so-called normal people. And at the end of the day, I'm just saying your relationship is your relationship. You run it and do it how you want it. But if you're in a relationship and you feel a certain way, talk, communicate. A lot of relationships fail because of communication.
Yeah.
Well, I don't say all. Even if it's you, your kids, your parents, all that. It's all relationships. Work, all of it break down because of communication. Because we don't know how to communicate effectively with each other.
I think that it's hilarious that we got on this subject and it's Friday, so we were about to have another subject that we were going to talk about, but this came out well. Yeah, but we can't have that other conversation anymore, okay?
Yeah. Well, know what? Hey, Aaron, I would love for you to come up one day, bro, and speak. And these are just my opinions.
Oh, shit.
For nobody else. These are just my opinions. You know what I'm saying? So whether you agree or not, this is my life, how I live it. And I can tell you, I'm happy with my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good and free.
Maybe we should have sensual Saturday or sensual Sunday on.
Man. We can't have that. Look,
Why?
so we're not doing that this Sunday because
No, because we're
obvious
gonna have
reasons.
court. But maybe we should
Oh
have it
yeah, we'll have
after
court.
court because everybody's gonna be in their feelings and want to tell the truth and everything else. So we should have it, and that way we can just lighten the mood
Nah.
after.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, really, you're gonna have so much tension. What's the best way to?
Release the tension.
Release it.
So instead of
Hey,
Central Sunday, it'll be Shoot 'em Up Sunday.
No, ain't no shoot 'em up Sunday.
it'll be baby making Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Hell,
Hot and bothered.
for the
Hot and
men
bothered.
it's Shoot 'em Up Sunday. For the ladies, it could be squirting Sunday. Okay.
Oh, oh,
But
and
I mean,
oh,
I
stop.
just say like I said, if you're thinking about it, then it's on your mind. And if it
What
comes to a
squirting?
point where you find yourself
That's
always,
something that's been on my mind for
huh?
like years since I was like in my 20s. It's something that's been on my mind. I've always looked into it, and even when I get away from it, I find myself trying to dig more into it.
So you want more than one husband?
That's not what I'm saying. No,
I'm asking.
that's not what I
No,
said.
you want. So that's what I was asking. You want more? You want a husband and a wife?
To be honest, that's the part I'm not getting because I don't know exactly what it is I want. I just feel like when things are missing, then I feel like I go looking and I always wind up looking there. I've paid attention to that. I always wind up looking in that area when something else is missing.
So yeah, I'm not gonna say another word.
Not to say you trying to have them trolls just attack my ass, huh?
Yeah, cause I'm stupid. I told y'all I was the slow one on this panel, and yeah, mm-mm, no,
No, you're not.
I'm
But anyway, y'all. So let me get this outro playing so I can go catch my daddy before he leaves.
okay. I am. We gotta do it again, brother. Yeah, we are doing it again. What the hell we talking about?
Oh, he left already.
Damn. I guess that I'm gonna shut up as you play your little song.
But anyway, my little song. I'm gonna tell everybody good night in the chat.
All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy this round Earth.
This letter. And we
Round
will
Earth.
see y'all. I know for a fact Sunday over by Red
Hmm.
for court. And we'll go from there.
Yeah, Will Smith is sorry. Bye.
Oh, for real? Okay. I got you. No problem.
All right,
Got you next time. Now you won't be
gotcha.
playing. Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
All right, round Earth.
Is it playing?
Uh, uh,
Because I
no,
can't
it's
see
not.
it.
You can't see it because of the fact that it's around Earth that it's
Now
rotating.
it's time to say goodbye to all my YouTube friends. Hell pit!
Nah. Good night.
Good night.